But I think it's perfectly reasonable griping. So one of the issues that I've had in the, I've had this for a really long time, but I'm allergic to the fucking world, unfortunately, particularly fragrances and chemicals. So you may not like really think about it, but unless you're also allergic or extremely sensitive. But the unfortunate truth is, like, the fucking majority of people smell like stuff that's not them. They smell like chemicals. They smell like laundry detergent. They smell like perfumes and colognes and all kinds of fucking shit. And so these people, I'm a Lyft driver. I do have other options to earn an income, but this is my chosen one because it works for me in so many different ways. But the job is becoming increasingly risky and dangerous for me and my health. So I'd like to share like some of the accommodations I have to make for myself just to be able to be a Lyft driver and really to be in the world, but Lyft driver specifically. So, okay, people get in my car, right? They sit in the back seat. If they have fragranced stuff on them, the majority of fragranced shit gets like residue gets left behind wherever those people sit, wherever those people lean, wherever those people are. The residue of the shit that they put on their bodies and on their clothes gets left behind. So before I put a cover on my car seat, my actual seat was getting fragranced. And so I couldn't be in my own car after a while because the back seat smelled so strongly of just fucking people. And here's the thing is that, like, I've been a driver since 2016, and the fragrance thing I don't think has really been that much different since 2016. I didn't used to always be allergic like this, and so I didn't notice in the early years that people were leaving their fragrances behind in my car, but now I can't help but notice. So I got a neoprene cover for my car, so expense. I have to spend money because people want to use this shit. I put this neoprene cover in my car. I have to take it off on a regular basis and wash it and spray it down with vinegar. Unfortunately, it's not really working anymore. I can't really seem to get the fragrance out of it anymore because it's built up or something. I don't know. But so I'm gonna buy a second one and see if by rotating them and washing it multiple times and spraying it with multiple, rounds of vinegar, that maybe I'll be able to get the fucking stink out of my fucking seats. So here's my voice having issues is part of the fucking allergic reactions. So yesterday I did 4 trips, and all of them smelled. And but the last one, motherfucker, this is the first time this has happened, and I've had probably like 15,000 people in my car. This fucker fucking vaped in my car, and he was being all like stealth about it and everything, and just like and then blowing it down. You're using fucking vape that smells like berries, you fucking idiot. You think I'm not gonna smell it like as you're blowing it in my own fucking car? I did have the windows down, or at least quite a bit down, so it wasn't as bad. And when I realized what he was doing, I put them down even further. And my housemate was like, "Well, did you kick him out?" I'm like, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to talk to him. Honestly, I don't want to have to confront him, because I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen if I confront him. It's a big dude. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, and I didn't want to have any sort of fight with him. So I just decided, you know what? I'm only a few minutes from dropping him off. And I'm just gonna do that. And I was already starting to have like really intense allergic reactions to the motherfucking chemicals in this motherfucking vape. Like, why do people use this shit? Don't you understand that you're poisoning yourself and everyone around you? Fuck, it's so fucking insensitive. Anyhow, this motherfucker fucking vapes in my car. And luckily I was only like 5 minutes from home. Also luckily, like, I would have been super pissed if I had to lose a bunch of money because of this asshole, but the lucky thing for me is that I could either have done one more trip and gotten a $30 like bonus for having done a certain number of trips, or I just checked the math and I saw that Lyft so Lyft has a guarantee of 70%, like it'll pay me 70% of what riders have paid. And when I did the math, I was like, well, they owe me $30 as it is, so fuck it, I'm not gonna do that last trip, I'm going home. I did put in a report for that guy, but I'm gonna put in another one because that one was just on the right. Anyway, so I go home. I feel like fucking shit. It's supposed to be time that I spend with my sweetheart, but I'm fucking sick now and upset. And now I have work to do in order to get that fucking chemicals out of my fucking car. So luckily, because my partner was home and he could see how hard it was for me, he helped me out because I don't really want to have to get close to my seat. Like, I can't even fucking get, fuck, it's so fucking annoying. So I've avoided putting baking soda all over my seats because I know it'll fucking never come out. I have black seats. Anyway, we put baking soda all over the fucking seats and washed the fucking cover and hung it out to dry. And in the morning, I had forgotten that all of that was going on, so I had to, like, go a little later than I thought. I'm vacuuming the fucking my back seat. The baking soda's not all coming off. The seat's not completely dry, so I'm like, fuck it, putting it on anyway. The seat cover wasn't completely dry. So, like, just to drive, almost every shift, I have to pull the seat out, the seat cover. I've got to spray down the car with vinegar. I've got to do something with the seat cover. Like, every fucking time. So yesterday was a particularly rough day. It was Sunday, and I hadn't been to church in a long time. We sit in one of the farthest areas from everybody else, trying to minimize the amount of fragrance that I have to smell. And yesterday in particular, I don't know if it was different or what, but there was nowhere I could go to get away from fragrance. And so then I'm crying because I'm like, I'm not even fucking safe in God's house because everybody wants to fucking poison the fucking air around them, and the pews are fucking poisoned because people have been sitting on them and leaving their fucking fragrance behind. And so I tried to get away from it. I moved like all as far away as I could get from everybody, and it's still fucking smelly. Some of the other issues at church that I was really bummed about is I already knew that they are way too goddamn loud. I already knew that, so I wear loop earplugs. It wasn't helping. It wasn't enough. And I'm thinking, why is it so fucking loud? Does everybody love it at concert level in the fucking church? I could hear you if you had not, even if you had turned it down a couple decibels, we'd still be able to hear you. So church doesn't even feel safe. And then I need to blow my nose because I'm allergic to the air, and I had forgotten my own Kleenex. And there's no fucking Kleenex. I go into the lobby, and I'm on one end of the building. There's no boxes of Kleenex. I walk all the way to the other end of the building in order to go to the fucking bathroom, because that's what I got to do in order to find some Kleenex. So that was disappointing. So I feel like, okay, so that my church is not inclusive. Everybody everywhere wants to be inclusive to everybody. Well, you know who's not fucking included and safe to go places? People who are allergic to fragrances. Almost nowhere is fucking inclusive for me. Even if I want to go to an event and the event description says fragrance free, please. There are people who are sensitive to fragrances. Some fuckers still fucking do it. Partly, sometimes maybe they just didn't even realize, they didn't read that part. Some fuckers, because they have so much fucking fragrance all over their fucking house and all over their fucking clothes, that they can't be fragrance free. They have no option but to fucking stink up the air everywhere they go, because everything in their home is completely infused with and cannot be defumigated. And some just don't fucking care. They're like, oh, by my standards, it's not very strong, so it shouldn't bother you. You know what, motherfuckers? You have no idea how fucking strong this shit is. My housemates, it was actually kind of hard to fill my house because I had to put in the ad, fragrance free. It needs to be a fragrance free household. And it was hard for people to either A, decide that they're able to commit to that, or B, to just want to go through that effort or whatever. And so now it's been about a month, And yesterday, two of my housemates said, you know what, I've realized I'm a lot more sensitive to fragrances now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how you become more aware of it once you're no longer desensitized, huh? And once you've had a chance for your air to fucking clear a bit and you be able to just breathe fresh, clean air inside your house. So yeah, it's not really that you're becoming more sensitive. It's more that you're becoming less desensitized is really what's happening. So frustrated. I'm gonna put this down just because I'm relatively close to home and I don't want it to be obvious where I live. I don't want to give away any of the landmarks to where I live. So what else happened yesterday? Basically, just total overwhelm and frustration with fucking, sensory issues. I can't. I went to my best friend's house for a couple of hours. Unfortunately, she used fragrant shit, so I brought my own HEPA filter and sat next to my own fucking HEPA filter so that I could breathe. Okay, I guess I'm gonna stop this and just do it later.